Chapter 8. Josh couldn't see or hear anything around him. He could barely open his eyes due to the blinding brightness, and he heard a loud hum in the air. He pressed his palms to his ears, but that only dulled the sound a little. All of his skin felt really sensitive, so much so that even his clothes felt like they were scraping him. "Just relax," he barely heard a voice say to him. "Try to relax and your senses will adjust." Josh did as told, and the sound grew less intense. He was able to open his teary eyes to slits as the light dimmed. "Is that better?" Naoki asked. "Yes." Josh looked in front of him and saw a large, lumpy cloud wall that stretched up at least 100 feet. Above the wall was a light blue sky. He looked around him and saw more of the same. He felt like he was inside a large canyon made entirely of clouds. "Where are the nature god spirits?" he asked Naoki. "Here," multiple voices replied. Josh jumped at the sound as it echoed in the canyon. When he looked back at the lumpy clouds, he saw faces form. Dozens of them. They reminded him of Mount Rushmore, only creepier. "Why have you come here?" one of the faces asked. Josh stared at it. It was close to the top. "Something has happened, Father," Naoki replied. "The boy next to me has been reborn as a nature demon." "Impossible," another face said, this one in the middle. "There cannot be two." "I am aware of that, Krynos. That doesn't change the fact that it happened. But the boy is unusual. He is a sort of life drinker. In life, he had the ability to leech the life out of someone else. In rebirth, it appears, his ability is slowly sucking the life out of me without his conscious effort. I am dying." "Perhaps it is your time," Krynos said. Josh didn't like the tone in his voice. "Is he trained to take over?" Naoki's father asked. "No. He became a nature demon through my negligence and is not the least bit prepared. I have, in fact, been training your granddaughter, Astrid, to take my place hundreds of years from now. I am not ready to give up my position." "Then why are you here?" "To find a way to undo this," Josh spoke up. "I don't want to be a nature demon, and I don't want to kill Naoki. Is there some way to take my power away?" "Do you wish to die, little Gelfin?" Krynos asked. Josh was starting to hate that face and his attitude. "Yes, I should have died a long time ago, and I didn't ask to come back." "How did you come back anyway?" "It was my fault," Naoki said. "I cursed Astrid's mother when she was pregnant. Josh leached the curse from Astrid. I used a lot of my energy in the spell, which somehow mutated through Astrid. When Josh's body died, he was reconstituted in the clouds. Not the same way I was when I was reborn, but he is a nature demon." "Foolish wizards!" Krynos yelled, causing Josh to cover his ears. "We should have never chosen them to replace us." More faces appeared in the lumpy clouds. The sight was horrifying. The faces all cried agreement. "Silence!" Naoki's father screamed, and the faces shut up. "My son may have acted foolishly, but he had no reason to believe his actions would result in this." "Perhaps if his father had been more responsible in his training," Krynos said, "he would have been more careful with his powers." "And I suppose you're the perfect father? Didn't your daughter run away from you?" "Rapatha refuses to follow the life of the nature demon. I raised her to be independent, not foolish. She chose her own way, and I respect that." "Getting back to the matter at hand," Naoki's father continued, "the only thing I can think for you to do, Josh, is to forfeit your right to live." "How do I do that?" "Give your life energy to someone else." Josh looked at Naoki. "Can I give it to him?" he asked Naoki's father. No, you cannot give it to another nature demon. Why not? Think of two nature demons as two of the same magnetic energy. He cocked a cloudy eyebrow. Is that the correct word? Magnetic? Josh said it was, since he already understood the metaphor. They repel each other. You must give your negative energy to a positive. Where can I find a positive? In a being unlike yourself, one that gives life rather than takes it. Josh shook his head. What kind of creature does that? Naoki's father laughed. Boy, I don't know. It's up to you to find it. I'm dead. So if I find a being the opposite of me and give it my life energy, Naoki will be okay? He should recover, yes. What happens to me? Perhaps you'll join us in the Nexus, Krynos chimed in, and then he laughed maniacally. It's not so bad here. Unless we're being called upon, such as now, we don't even realize the passage of time. We mostly sleep, and to sleep is to be in rapture. He moaned happily. Josh, Naoki said, placing a weak hand on the boy's shoulder. We must go. I've grown weaker since our arrival. Farewell, son, Naoki's father called down. I hope you succeed in your goal, and if not, I'll see you again soon.